So hello and welcome back to another video, and these coins I just recently purchased and they are for resale. So the idea about coin collecting is you either collect them because you like them. So I'm not going to sell all these, I'm going to keep some of them, and some of these you buy for a good price and then you resell them for, I don't know, probably try and get at least 10% back from your purchase. That will be profit. So the first coin we have is a coin from Denmark. So this is a 4 skilling, and this is the last pre-decimal coinage that the Danish use, issued between 1854 and 1873. And this is a 4 skilling. It's about 25% silver. It's a small silver coin they did issue, but 25% is getting close to actually a billion coin. So a billion coins, roughly 20% or less. That's just my definition. And this one, you can probably buy them for at least, I'd say an average $20. And it has 4 skillings, and the RM is Rigsmont, and Rigsdaler was the actual denomination, and there were 96 skillings in a Rigsdaler. There was also another Rigskorant, which is a banknote version, and this was actually a quarter of that, so that's about half a Rigsmont. Rigsmont. This is quite a nice coin. It has Frederick VII. So that's the first one that we have there. The second one we have, this one took me a bit to actually identify. This is a Bavarian coin of 1745. I quite like this. It does have the Bavarian coat of arms. So the current Bavarian coat of arms, and the flag as well, just has this checkered, coloured, I can't remember the colours of Bavaria anyway. So that's the actual current coat of arms, and they got rid of the actual lions. And this is a imperial coin. This is a close to a billion coin, and it has, who's this? Maximus the First, Duke Archibald. So I'm not too sure what his lands. They would have actually had quite a few lands. So this one's probably worth at least $30 to $40. I'll need to look up the value, but it's quite a nice coin. This one will most likely go into collection. And then we get on to the Austrian coins. So in this slot, the earliest coin that I have is this 5 kreuzer from 1818. And as you can see, it's got quite some damage on the actual coat of arms, so it has lots of scratching, so you can't really see the coat of arms, but most of it is pretty much in EF or almost uncirculated grade, except for that part there. And this coin here is the smallest silver coin they actually issued. They did issue 1 kreuzer, and pretty much anything under this denomination was a smaller coin, made out of copper or bronze. So this was part of the currency. The gulden equaled 6 kreuzer, 1 kreuzer equaled 8 haller, and they didn't really use the haller coin. The 5 kreuzer first issued in 1765. Pretty much it has a diameter of about 22, and the most common bullion content of this coin is 43.8%, so roughly 49% silver. And this one, sometimes you can actually find the mintage figures. So on the obverse, we have pretty good condition portrait of Francis. So he was one of the monarchs. There's quite a few monarchs with his name. We have the A below his bust. That's the Austrian mint. And in this condition, you'll probably talk about $40 to $50 for that. So if you can buy this coin for like, I don't know, 15 to 20, and just put $10 to sell for 25, 30. you do make some profit. So at this time, generally the only mintage figures that you'll find will be for the B mint mark, and that's Kremika, so that's the Slovak mint that currently operates. Sometimes you can find it for Carlsberg or Alba Giulia in Romania, but generally for the A mint mark, there is no mintage figures for this denomination. So the bullion content of this coin is about $1. But you're not really going to buy this for bullion value. So the next coin we have is a 20 kreuzer. So this is the most popular denomination, also the most common that you're going to find of Austrian coins at this time period, apart from the 1 kreuzer, which is also quite common. But in between the 1 kreuzer and the 20 kreuzer, they become a lot scarcer to get because during the time of the minting of silver and gold, sometimes one denomination is just preferred over all of the others, and this seems to be the case with the 20 kreuzer. And as you can see, as the coat of arms, this is the 1831 version, and on the obverse we have a pretty good portrait in very fine condition of Francis I. So the Gartia Austria Imperial, the King of Austria, pretty much. So in between the 5 and the 20, they did issue a 6, a 7, a 10, also 15 kreuzer. So there was no standard denomination pretty much in the 1700s. They just produced really weird denominations, not suited to even this pre-decimal coinage. Like they even issued a 17 kreuzer, which makes no sense for a subdivision of this currency. You know, if you had 60, this is 1/3 of a gulden. 17, that just makes no sense. That is like 2.5, pretty much, if you put in decimal terms. But the thing is that there are two versions of 1831, and they're both based on the bust. So this one is the smaller bust, but then there is a larger bust in which the actual neckline here comes closer to the actual rim. So that's what you need to be looking for. And also the head comes closer to the lettering. So it's a bit of a larger bust. And as far as I know, that's the scarcer coin to actually get. So this coin in this condition is probably worth about $50. And it's quite nice. And then we have two florin coins. So these ones quite large. They are part of the decimalized currency issued in 1857 of 1 gulden equals 100 kreuzer. And as you can see, I got one dated 1860, another one dated 1884. So this currency circulated up until 1892 when they issued the krona. And they issued the krona, and you don't do that to coins. So they issued the krona because they had an agreement with the Hungarians to harmonize the actual currency, as well as to let the Hungarians issue their own currency in bulk, even though the Hungarians have had a currency for about 1,000 years. It was to stop the Hungarians from revolting from being part of Austria-Hungary Empire. And that is where this 10 kreuzer comes in. It's 1/10 of a gulden, whereas this has L, so florin. And as you can see, the design is pretty much the same except for the 10. And then we have the bust, so Francis the First. This one seems to have die cracks on it, which is a bit more common with older coins. So the Emperor of Austria. And the 10 kreuzer seems to be quite common. So as you can see, this one's pretty much almost uncirculated. I based the circulation on the eagle and the bust. And this is an 1872. It's 40% silver. It has a bullion value of about 64 cents. Mintage was about 65.5 million. So it's quite a common coin. If If you wanted to get it in this condition, you probably would talk about $20 to $30. Okay, the 1860 with Franz Joseph. So that's that guy there. That's why it's got iOS, Franz Joseph the first. And this one's probably in EF condition, I would say. They're almost uncirculated. So 1860. Do we have any mintage figures? Yes. We need to find out what the mint is. So we turn it over on this side. This is A, so it's the Austrian mint. And the mintage figure for this is 21,600,000. So it's a pretty common coin. And in this condition, probably at least $30 to $40. So that's one of the more common dates and mints. The other 1960 coin have less than 2 million. But most of the other dates are pretty much low mint coins. So it'll be a lot more expensive than this one. So this 1884 coin is 90% silver. It's 12.34 grams. And if we have a current melt value of about $10.60, so that's pretty much 30 for the 10th, 22. That's in Australian dollars. The mintage figures for this one is quite lower than the 1860, only 4.3 million. So if you wanted to get one in this condition, this one is probably in fine condition. You're probably talking $20 to $30, I would say. But the piece de la resistance is this large 5 krona. So they did issue a banknote of 5 krona. So this coin was not very popular. And in the 1890s, they didn't issue 5 krona. They first minted these coins in 1900. And this one here is a commemorative coin. Commemorates the 60th anniversary of the reign of Franz Joseph. So we have 1848 to 1908. And it's all in Latin on this side. 5 krona. And this one has an allegorical feature. So it's just a woman dancing around. Then we have the coat of arms on this side, denomination. She's holding an olive leaf. And on the obverse, this is the front of the coin, we have Franz Joseph himself. And as you can see, it's quite a well circulated coin and it's shiny. So this indicates that this coin has been cleaned. This one, I believe, also has been cleaned at some point in the past, but it's starting to tone again. This one's probably recently been cleaned. And this one here, obviously, has never been cleaned. You can see the actual toning on the actual coin itself. So that's what you need to look for when you're coin collecting. Now, these do have some collector's value. Some people don't like cleaning. Some people don't care. And the mintage figure for this coin is about 3.9 million. So quite a low mint coin. In this condition, which is probably very fine, you probably talk about $30 to $40. It does have a melt value of about $20 in silver. So if you wanted to collect silver bullion, you can probably try and go for these ones, although you would struggle to get these for bullion value of $20. But anyway, just check on eBay. So those are my latest pickups, and pretty much most of these are going to be for resale. I'd like to say thank you very much for watching my video. It's a bit long. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.